afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to round 2 of the MaD Dragons Rugby Championship 2025. Los Pumas going up against the All Blacks once again today. A few changes coming in for both teams. Juan Martin Gonzalez moves into the open flank shirt with Kramer moving to the bench, and Mateo Carreras out on that left wing shifts Delgui to the right wing. From a New Zealand standpoint, then caps are plenty or maybe none. Cody Taylor going for his 100th cap in the hooker position today. Simon Parker making his debut in the number 8 shirt. We won't ruin the results from the second game between South Africa and Australia, but taking a quick look at the table, how the results stood at the end of round 1. Of course, Argentina slightly in the lead in second place after that close win last week. New Zealand still taking the losing bonus point from this one, but we'll know all to play for in this game as Beauden Barrett, an influential figure in last week's game, to get us started, kicked off and underway once again in this tournament, and kicks long downrange into the arms of the inside centre. Choco Perez looking to try and make big impact into this game, and Gonzalo Garcia moves to the box kick very quickly there, wanting to play up in the New Zealand half as much as possible today, try and get those scores on the doors early on. New Zealand trying to shift out left then as Beauden Barrett already offering himself once again hard at the line. The fly-off's been so impressive over this tournament already. They still shift towards that left. Oh, and through again he goes and managed to wriggle out of one tackle, and he's taken on Malia in that backfield. Now nobody back there. Do New Zealand have numbers to the left? Maybe, but they've gone right instead, and this time they'll try and go through Geordie Barrett to see if he can make a breakthrough himself. They'll switch back towards his left-hand side. That's a good offload inside to Will Jordan that time, trying to get some show and goes around this Argentinian defence. And New Zealand off to a strong start so far, just going through these set plays, trying to find the gap in this Argentinian defence. And Beauden Barrett's at the heart of it, and his brother Geordie there as well, trying to stand with him. New Zealand still going up. Oh, the crash ball this time as Tupo Vai this time makes a hard line straight into the defensive blue wall. Still looking to play this one tight on. Eventually Will Jordan wriggles through the middle, and that's good ground inside to the Argentinian 22. An advantage is called by the referee. Think they've got caught offside at that breakdown. Argentina got to be on their best behaviour, but the referee's given the advantage over right as New Zealand able to get in and turn that ball over. Very short advantage for New Zealand. They might feel a little bit hard done by as Rico Ioane manages to get around 2 defenders this time. Adi Sarvea carrying hard again up to this 22, and there might be room towards the midfield here, but it is shut down well by Gonzalez on Parker with his first touch of the ball in an All Blacks jersey today, trying to make his name into that number 8 shirt, of course. Adi Sarvea moving to that 7 shirt this week after starting at 8 last week, and New Zealand playing some wild passing game, and it's not worked out for them, and Choco Perez has got the legs. Will Jordan is very, very quick, but Choco Perez running the length of the field and dives it over for the opening try. What on earth happened to the New Zealand team there? All the pressure, all of the territory, trying to play that wild, wide pass, and Choco Perez will run 80 metres over to score this opening try. What a great start by the inside centre, being able to notice that ball going wide very early on. New Zealand would feel very, very hard done by with that one. What great pressure they were mounting on Argentina there. Felt like they were breaking through, and it was just a matter of time. And one loose pass, and that is the danger that these Argentinian backs do bring to this game as Albonol steps up and absolutely hammers that one wide to the left. That's not a good kick at all. There's not particularly bad weather down there. You'd be expecting him to do slightly better. Maybe Choco Perez could have tried to get a bit closer to the post to make it a bit easier for his fly half. But given the way this game has been going so far, Argentina will be very, very happy with a 5-point lead 20 minutes into this game as New Zealand will get us started out once again in the arms of the try scorer. Choco Perez runs in there to Simon Parker, who's just letting him know he's still marked even after scoring that opening try. They opt for the box kick to go long, and Will Jordan trying to find his offload pass inside to his scrum half. Cortez Ratimer not going to get anywhere through there. Oh, but Beauden Barrett's always been on it today. Tries to go out. They go for a grubber kick across the ground. An interesting technique there just to try and move up the field a bit. Doesn't work for them, and this time Opt for that box kick once again, just trying to gain those meters, but Rieko Ioane, very good in the air. Oh, but even better in the breakdown there is Julia Montoya managing to get over the ball in the breakdown, and suddenly New Zealand being put on the back foot once again. Got to switch that attack into defence, and Choco Perez, he's already got one. He's going for a second one, gets absolutely hammered by Will Jordan, not letting him through. Maybe a bit annoyed about him sneaking through on that last one. That is an enormous collision. Might have been slightly late after that chip over the top, but the referees just allowed them to play on. And it's a good mark call, and that's a good touch finder as well by Ratton. Are able to sweep back and clear that one up. As Julia Montoya will step up for the first Argentina line-out of the day. Opts to go for the front, but is stolen at the front by Fabian Holland. That's a good take on his next cap today. Of course, got brought in last week. Was looking forward to see how his game went on. Hit the post with the ball on that pass on his own 5-meter line. If you remember that one from last week, very, very touchy stuff. But that's a good steal at the line-out, and it will give New Zealand a bit more field position. They'd be hoping to try and take something away from this first half as Ratimer slow to the ball there. This time they'll ship it out left again, and Holland gets the breakaway, got that initial steal. Will Jordan's been offering himself for that offload pass multiple times so far today, and New Zealand trying to see if they've got room round this left-hand side, and Holland once again breaking through. Got a man on his inside as Ratimer. Good support line by the All Black scrum half. Can they go far wide out to the right-hand side? Felt like there was numbers. Fletcher Newell passes the pass back inside to Beauden Barrett. Not sure that one was necessary. Going right certainly looked like the way to go there. Severis is out here begging to get his hands on the ball at some point. The ball just not coming his way, but they're still moving his way through. As there goes Severis. He's moved up towards the midfield. Couldn't get his hands on the ball out on the wing, so decided just to move positions, and over the line goes Beauden Barrett once again. Has been influential in every attack, it feels like, for New Zealand today. What a great break by Severis. He's been waiting out on that wing, not able to get his hands on the ball, moves into the midfield, and a straight break through the middle, and Beauden Barrett with a great attacking line. Choco Perez not able to get back to stop him, and now potentially to convert his own try as Beauden Barrett stepping up. Just taking the wind up. We're looking for a slightly better kick than we got to see by Thomas Albornoz earlier on in this half. And that one does look sweet. Smashes it through the line. Lovely. And that will mean New Zealand go into the lead 7 points to 5. Still time on the board for one team to either extend their lead or reclaim the lead if Argentina can get on that scoreboard. A high ball goes in the air for the 100 cap player Cody Taylor today, looking to try and make the most of this big event for him today. As Cortez Ratimer plays it out to this left-hand side again. It's shut down well, though, by Molina. And Argentina competing very hard for that ball. Doesn't work for them. That's a good pass back on the inside. They're really trying to utilise Simon Parker as the new boy on the field today. Trying to get the ball in his hands as much as possible. As a good shot tackle coming in there by Garcia. Just shutting down this New Zealand attack. In the buzzer just around the corner now. Half-time. Ready to go. New Zealand look like they're wanting to play on for now. A kick going over the top. Actually looked like maybe an accidental offside. The refs allowed them to play on, and Ethan de Groot, the big man's on the charge. And he's made some good meters there. Up into this Argentinian half, and the Argentinian defence seems to be breaking down slightly here. Got to reorganise their shape a bit. And manages to get that offload away again to Rieko Ioane. It's been good handling by the men in black today, as they'll ship back left towards Holland. Still competing hard at these breakdowns, but New Zealand doing very well this week just to keep out some of the big jacklers that you know Argentina do have. Ratimer still looking to try and probe this right-hand side out the back. Oh, into Will Jordan. What a danger he can be if you give him room to break through. But Rubiolo coming through, able to steal the ball. That's a good breakdown. Turnover. Will they opt to just try and kick it out? Looks like they're just going to try and probe one more time down this left-hand wing to see if there's any room. No way through there, and New Zealand look like they're all the way over that one. It's not going to work for them, and Garcia says we're stuck back in our own half. Let's just kick that one out for half-time. New Zealand will go in at the break in the lead, 7 points to 5. All important with these missed conversions, can't afford it. Let's see what happens in the second half. Well, what a game we have on our hands today. Los Pumas going back up against New Zealand. The Argentinian players will no doubt have been expecting a big retaliation from New Zealand after losing that game. But New Zealand have come into this one maybe even stronger than they were expecting. Territory and possession both massively in favour of New Zealand, 69 and 79% respectively. Argentina really struggling to get their hands on the ball in this game, and New Zealand have been mounting all of the pressure in that first 20 minutes, all going the way of New Zealand, just trying to probe through the line. The Argentinian defence holding out extremely well, and yet somehow Argentina, the first ones on the scoreboard. A loose pass, trying to play something a bit more experimental, sees Choco Perez able to pick up the loose ball and run a clear 80 metres all the way to the try line. A missed conversion, however, coming in by Albornoz does leave that door open, and New Zealand didn't let up the pressure. They've been going through those phases once again, mounting that pressure. A great break through the line by Severis, allowing those meters to be made right up to the 5-metre line, and Beauden Barrett able to capitalise, scoring his try to level the point and converting that one to put New Zealand in the lead. It's been an All Blacks type of game today. Argentina really struggling to get any sort of foothold in this one. It'll be interesting to see what changes in this second half. Maybe that subs bench could come all important for both of these sides. Let's see how we get on in the second half. Team talks at halftime are over then. What a great first half by New Zealand. 79% possession in that opening half. Really just choking out this Argentina team at the minute. We saw last week how important those bench players were coming on, especially the likes of Damien McKenzie last week, getting those drop goals. Will be interesting to see how New Zealand want to try and utilise that bench as best as possible in this game, as New Zealand trying to ship it out left early on, and do manage to make some good ground there actually as it goes through the outside centre of Billy Proctor, just trying to finish off that charge. And Beauden Barrett has been so good today, just trying to choose those passes. The only one going wrong did lead to the Choco Perez try, but they have been really causing a nuisance. That pass on back on the inside, maybe not so good by New Zealand, and Argentina able to take maybe the first real possession inside of this New Zealand half. Oh, as it breaks away, it's that man again. It's Choco Perez for his second try of the game. He has become an absolute thorn in this All Black side today, just making the most of these small mistakes. A loose ball once again, getting the turnover, and Choco Perez starts out this second half strong for the Argentinian side, as the subs bench looks loading up here, as Santiago Carreras coming on in the number 10 shirt. Marcus Kramer, the bearded giant, also moving his way onto the field as well. Now, the first kick that we had in the first half by Thomas Albornoz, not the best kick in the world. Let's see how Santi Carreras can try and step this one up for this Argentina team. It's a little bit closer, but still going left of the post. It's very, very tricky for this Argentina team today. It was a good kick by Beauden Barrett earlier on, means only 3 points in the lead. It is still within that drop goal or penalty range for New Zealand, and they'll be looking for a good restart here. You have to say, New Zealand have looked like the better team today. It's just these small mistakes letting them down at the most inconvenient times, and Argentina have just been able to capitalise on them today, as Garcia lines himself up for the next box kick of the game, going very high. Challenged very well, but Will Jordan doing so well under that high ball under pressure. And they'll ship it back towards his left-hand wing once again as they get out to Rico Ioane, who tries to get around. Del Guy doing very well, hauling him down from the shoulders, doing well to keep his tackle height down, not going too high there. Always dangerous when you move up towards the shoulders, as Holland throws aside his defender. Trying to make those extra few meters. That's a good rush line coming in by Santi Carreras there, but clear hands coming in. Oh, Will Jordan gets the step back on the inside. 15 on 15. And Will Jordan shows off those attacking skills. How good is this man at getting over the whitewash to score a try? What great hands here going in by the New Zealand players. It was a good rush line there by Vivas, but what a step back inside by the New Zealand fullback around Malia, and will go over for New Zealand's first try of this second half. And Beauden Barrett, maybe with an even easier kick than what he had in that first half. It could be very punishing for this Argentina team today if they keep missing these kicks. As Beauden Barrett lines himself up. Slots it through brilliantly. 4 points in the lead then for New Zealand. Half hour left to go in this game, and Will Jordan very happy with his implementation in this game. Been all over the shop today. Really, really causing problems in that breakdown. But what a great hand. Some of these New Zealand forwards today have just been giving superb passes. Being able to launch some of these backs as Santi Carreras then will get us restarted once again. Fletcher Newell under big pressure there. Does well to be able to get his hands on the ball. Might be slightly isolated there, and is. And Vivas not able to take his man on that last phase of play. Managing to get over the breakdown and turns it over as Argentina will play it out wide here as a little chip kick coming in by Delgui over the top of Ioane and able to recollect his own kick. That is nice skills by the right-hand winger as Rubiolo just charges it up into the All Blacks defensive line. Very, very hard to get around there. And this time Mateo Carreras trying himself, not able to get over it. New Zealand able to steal a very, very loose ball as they've gone for a crossfield kick. And it lands in the hands of Severus, who's got the kick downfield to Ranquanglus Maria. Very, very exhibitionist stuff coming in by the New Zealand team today, but it looked like it worked. They've made clear ground there. Argentina pinned back in their own half once again as Carreras tries to get a little dinky kick over the top to Rees. Running it up towards that 10-meter line. Argentina putting big pressure on that breakdown. New Zealand, have done so well at defending them today. As this time, Proctor trying to find room out to that wing. Oh, Ioane on the bounce. Is anyone able to get back from him? They do in New Zealand. Trying to break away once again. The kick tactics have come in the second half and really causing problems for Argentina. That's a good tackle coming in by Oviedo. They've got so many numbers out towards this left-hand side. If New Zealand can get it out there, they couldn't quite get it. And Scott Barrett has to take it into contact. They ship back right towards Holland. And once again, breaking through the line. These New Zealand backs, you can't keep them down for a second. And they'll go right. Oh, what a great loop. Coming in by Beauden Barrett. It's his second of the game. And that could be putting some final nails in the coffin for this Argentina team. Great line. The little show and go as Beauden Barrett changing his angle, cutting back up the inside. No guard on the right-hand side of the ruck and will dive it over. And just when you think it can't get harder for Argentina, on comes Damien McKenzie. Did so well last week, just scoring those drop goals, trying to keep that scoreboard ticking away. And Beauden Barrett's going to line up to potentially put New Zealand to an 11-point lead if he can convert this one. And does. That is 3 from 3 from him today. Kicking game on point from Beauden Barrett. And Argentina are going to need something big. 11 points to the win. 2 scores needed. Let's see how they get on the restart as Fletcher Newell once again lifted up into the air. Wrapped up. Referee's called for a maul. Radimer does well to squeeze the ball out from inside of that. Oh, but a loose ball once again. And Delgado managing to jump on the loose ball. New Zealand rush to get their defensive line set once again as Picado, new to the field. That's a good tackle coming in by Damien McKenzie. There was a lot of them for him last week. Got to be made and does. And this time Lucio Cinti gets the pop pass out to Mateo Carreras. Was left out of the squad left week. Brought back in on the left wing. With Delgui moving to the right wing. And that is why he was brought back into the side. Defence turned into attack at speed once again. Getting the offload around the tackle of Fletcher Newell, who went low. And Mateo Carreras so hard to stop when he's that close to the line. The speedster. Very, very tricky. Is more subs coming on for New Zealand. Bring on some more reinforcements. And Argentina may just about still be in this game, but the conversions have let them down today. Let's see how Santiago Carreras can step up once again for this one. That one's looking better and slides it through. It's a 4-point game. He's happy with it. The coaches will be looking on saying, thank goodness someone has finally got a kick through. It could be a score tie at the minute. And those misconversions costing them. And New Zealand just got to play the territory game you'd expect with less than 10 minutes on the board. They kick it downfield towards that 22 and it lands in the arms of Cinti. What a great tackle coming in by Cody Taylor there, not letting him through. And Argentina this time not opting for the box kick. They go to play on. Oh, what an interception coming in by Geordie Barrett, able to take this ball back. And suddenly New Zealand are on the front foot for the final 5 minutes. They're down in the Argentinian half. A drop goal could be something that could just seal out this game. And Argentina rushing off the line quickly, trying to shut down this New Zealand attack as it gets out to Proctor. And he's got over. That will be the game, you'd have to imagine. And over goes the scrum half to celebrate with the outside centre. And who else is there? Bowden Barrett taking it hard to the line. Ethan de Groot with the clean hands and gets it away. And Billy Proctor will dive over. There's not a lot of time left on this clock, and you'd have to imagine New Zealand could be away with this one. As Bowden Barrett steps it up. He's had a great kicking game today. Just being a way to tick that scoreboard away. It puts them back 11 points in the lead. Only 2 minutes left on the board. 2 scores required from Argentina. Could be an almighty ask. And what will this mean in the complexion of the MaD Dragon Rugby Championship 2025? As Santi Carreras this time aims long down into the arms there of Damien McKenzie, who always wants to have a counter-attacking run himself. Oh, they're still broken away. And it feels like maybe the hearts have been broken of Argentina here. Somehow Rubiolo has come away with this ball. But the scoreboard has ticked past that 80th minute, meaning it will be the game. And Juan Cruz Malia trying to make something. They won't want this game to end. They want to get one more. Losing bonus points still on the cards for them. This time as Kramer comes in. Oh, and just flattens Damien McKenzie. Well done to the fullback, putting his body on the line to stop that big man charging on there. And they'll go through the hands once again to Malia. Charging into the corner. Gets around the outside of Damien McKenzie. He will get over for the score, but it's not enough to steal this game back for Argentina. The fullbacks on both sides today have been all over the shop, really making their names for themselves, but it's not enough for Argentina. 6 points down will mean losing bonus points still going their way. And Santiago Carreras would want to try and end this game on a high if possible. And that's a good strike. That one's worked out for them. 4 points. He's happy to have got that one over. That will mean the final score is 28-24. A win going the way of New Zealand. How important, are those missed conversion kicks, though, for Argentina today? Just not going their way. That means then that New Zealand will have their first win of the MaD Dragon Rugby Championship. Do you think this will be something we could be seeing on the weekend in the actual game? Will the All Blacks go 2 for 2 in the actual Rugby Championship? Or do you think Argentina will be able to take the win at home? Let me know down in the comment sections, guys. I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.